All right, so this is a doc string, DOC string. And a doc string is simply a string, simply a valid Python string. So it starts with 3 double quotes and of course ends with 3 double quotes. This is a valid multi-line string expression in Python. So actually we can say something like quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. We can write multi-line strings in Python using the triple quote or triple single quote facility. So this triple quote and ending with triple quote, this string here, this multi-line string here, actually is a no big deal in Python. Actually is basically a line, a string, just a string, a dangling string that is not being assigned to any variable. It's not being contained in any variable, right? Local or global. It's just dangling there, and after Python runs over it, it forgets it. It deletes it from the memory. No longer exists. All right. So this is called a doc string. A doc string is a triple quoted string placed right after the DEF of the function. Yeah. So when you do this, this triple quoted string suddenly has a double purpose, a dual purpose. It's no longer a string, just a string. It's actually a string that is containing a text meant for programmers, not for your intended end user. So for example, if you're writing function A as to support a calculator for your end user in primary school, your intended users will be, primary 1, primary 2 kids, right? They don't understand what is what, calling method, this and that. But you're trying to signal or pass on this understanding, this intention, this documentation to your fellow programmers, your future self, your teammates, right? That when you call function A, you're providing X and Y. What does function A do? It adds up X and Y and returns the total value, right? So this multi-line string serves the purpose of multi-line comments, programmer to programmer speak. Follow? So the intention of using the triple quote string here is different from the intention of using triple quote string here that is being assigned to a variable. So Spider is complaining, you define this and you forgot to use it. And eventually the local variable A string will be discarded. So it's just like a wasted processing. Spider questions, why do you do that, right? So obviously we don't have to do that. We can delete it. Okay, so when we do it, it is a multi-line string. It is programmer to programmer speak. Python will forget it as soon as it sort of reads it. Then what's the point, right? Why do we do it? Why not just hex, hex, hex? Apart from the obvious ease, right, of typing, calling method, we just type as we intend to write. And that's very easy. We don't have to return, hex, and all that. Apart from this obvious ease of writing the text, there is one very novel and interesting use of the doc string. So not only that you are documenting this function, right, programmer to programmer speak, you are also allowing Python's internal help facility called help to help you, your future self, or your teammates in a programming team, what is the nature of A in a very quick and interactive way. So let's run this and see. We'll run this program. Of course, nothing happens because we just defined 2 functions and we didn't call it. All right, so it comes back. But then now, function A is a valid object. It is defined. Python doesn't say, I don't know what is function A. And likewise, function B, right? So we have this. If we called function A add xy, that obviously will be very clear. But again, adding xy doesn't always mean adding xy. X and y may be text strings so that one programmer thinks of using the name add when he or she actually meant sticking them together, right? So the name, while may clarify the intention a little bit, is sometimes not clear. So suppose you wrote this and I inherited this, your program, and I want to know what is function A. Yeah, I can always say help, what is function A? If you, the original programmer, did conscientiously type in meaningful docstring, then Python will just pull out the docstring and dump it back to the querying programmer, and then says, oh, I see, function A is I should be just supplying two numbers, and the function will return the addition of x and y. So now I know how to use function A. I can say function A 3 comma 6, it will return to me 9, and I use it confidently because I'm able to help function A, right? So thanks to your entering of the docstring, I, another programmer, can directly understand how to use it. So my end user, the kids, will know that press the 3 plus 6, I will call function A 3 comma 6, it will come back as 9. And the end user, the kids, the primary 1, primary 2 kids, they don't have to understand this or to see this text at all. Now, what if you implement function B? You do a good job, all right, in commenting the usage of the function, right? And then you put clear warning in case there are some very casual misusers. Note this function does x minus y, not y minus x. So you provide very clear. So all these are very nice comments, right? However, you did not implement the docstring. Then what happens? When we run this, Python redefines A and redefines B, and I can help function A, right? I can see this, and when I help function B, Python cannot pull out anything, and so it just returns emptiness. You see that? So I'm lost. I try to use a function, and I am not confident. And if I couldn't really see what you're writing, or this code is 100,000 lines long, poorly organized, then I have no way, and I probably won't have time, and I probably don't have the urge or intention to continue to spend time further to dig into it. Yeah, I might as well write my own function B, you see. So in order for codes to be helpful, you want to document it, you want to use comments quite a fair bit, and use it with appropriate clarity in terms of the intention, rather than stating the obvious, right? And then the same thing is when you do that text, that helpful piece of help text, you might want to put it as a docstring. Remember what's a docstring? Just a string. It's just a Python string, a multi-line string that is placed immediately after the DEF definition. And then other programmers can invoke the help facility in Python to easily use or reuse your code. Okay. All right. Any questions about use of comments and docstrings? And if you have questions, please enter into the comments section. YouTube will drop me a ping to tell me that there's someone asking a question or initiating a discussion, and I try my best to return.